Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of Boxes in the Kitchen. My hair is crazy today. This is what happens when you shower before you sleep. This is the series where I take you behind the scenes into the life of a guitar YouTuber. And what exactly does that entail? Well, a shitload of boxes. Pretty much a never-ending stream coming in and out of the kitchen because that's the only room I've got left in this apartment. It's like never-ending Christmas, and I love sharing these fun moments with you guys. So with that, let's head over to the kitchen and see what we've got. Alright, first box. You know what? For the first time in a long time, the pile in the kitchen is actually looking reasonable. Alright, Pringle, which one are we opening up? Which one are we opening up? Which one? That one? Oh, she's changed her mind. Okay, we'll do this one. Pringle is chosen. We're opening this box up. Oh my god. Just in case you forgot that you were watching the Single Cult channel. Look at that color though. Yeah, from the pictures I was expecting the color to be nice. I wasn't expecting it to blow my mind. So this is a PRS SE Starla. You know I've got a special thing for PRS single cuts. It's like I roll. The first thing that I thought when I saw this is it's got huge S2 vibes. Like the way the carve's done with the slight bevel here, and then this flat top with this kind of pickguard shape. And I love the PRS headstock too because it's 3x3, but then compared to a Gibson, I mean, look how straight the string pull is. The SE bird inlays, very nice, very nice. Rounded fingerboard edges. That's good. I know the slightly rounded edges are becoming a more and more common thing, but I still like to point them out because I think it's one of the best playability features that has happened to affordable import guitars in some time. This just feels so much better and more played in than the import guitars of yesteryear. Interestingly, I thought the PRS bird inlays were universally loved, but every time I've got a PRS on the channel, there's like a section of the comments that's just hating on the bird inlays. I don't really get it. I love this signature PRS visual feature, but some people get really riled up about them. It's like, come on guys. Piece is free. I'm pretty curious how these humbuckers sound, because they've got the dual exposed pole pieces. This one has a screw and these are just flat. They kind of look like bare knuckles. Oh, and this is interesting too. Unlike most import guitars on this, I don't know, am I allowed to call it a tunematic style bridge on a PRS? But instead of the large posts like you have on an Epiphone, we've got the small post like on a Gibson. Slightly worrying that the saddles are this far back. The G still has a slight amount of travel, but this one is fully maxed out. Yeah, a bit of weirdness going on with that bridge. Such a shame. I pray no intonation problems because I love the look of this thing. On the back, okay, that's cool. So we've got the slight belly carve. Fuck, that's a glorious color. I forgot what PRS calls their neck shapes, but it's not the wide thin, it's the other one. The wide fat? I mean, it's not like a baseball bat, but it's definitely got a little bit of heft to it. I guess all the SEs are made by Court in Indonesia now. Or at least all the ones I've recently seen, none of them are made in Korea anymore. PRS branded tuners? Cool. That's interesting too. I don't remember SE gig bags being this brown. I thought they were more grayish before. I don't have any of the old ones to directly compare right now, but both are nice colors. Just a interesting little change. Anything inside? Let's see if there's any case candy. Nope, just a California cancer warning. Nice. Reproductive harm? Oh no. Let's take a quick second though to appreciate this piece of styrofoam in here. It holds the headstock in place, so even though we're shipping in a gig bag and it's not double boxed, the headstock can prevent the guitar from moving around and travel. It's a really smart idea. But yeah, man, that's the SE Starla. This is such a cool guitar. I mean, like, I do love PRS guitars in general, and compared to other PRS guitars, like, it still looks like a PRS. Bird inlays are obviously a dead giveaway, but this almost has kind of like an old school Art Deco vibe, almost Reverend-like. And of course the color is fantastic, so that's a plus. Now when PRS told me they were gonna send one of these for a video, I managed to get in contact with one of my favorite artists ever, and he's kind of known for playing SE Starlas, so I am so excited for this demo because I'm gonna get to write music with one of my favorite guitarists ever. So I won't give anything away. Like, all I'm gonna say is he's kind of known for playing Starless. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to be making a cameo appearance in that video. And even if he wasn't in it, I mean, it's just a great looking single cut. There's just something about single cuts, man. I love them so much. Must be in my blood. One last look at the color and these pickups. And let's see what else is in the kitchen. Speaking of colors though, check out the color of my new Ridge wallet, who just so happened to be the sponsor of today's video. That was a really forced segue, but we moved. But yeah, let's take a quick second and thank Ridge for making today's video possible. So Ridge, if you somehow haven't heard of them before, they're a longtime supporter of the channel and they're redefining the wallet. And they're not just a sponsor, I actually use their product every day. I love how sleek the designs are. They fit right into your front pocket. It's 2 plates made of aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber that are RFID blocking, held together by a durable elastic band. And each wallet comes with a lifetime guarantee. Because let's face it, regular wallets kinda suck. They collect all this useless crap, they're bulky, they're impractical. You throw it into your back pocket, you end up sitting all crooked. Switch to a Ridge. I love the design, it's small and makes it easy to carry and access what you need. Plus they've got loads of colors and styles to choose from for you or for a gift. So if you want to see why so many people are switching over to the Ridge wallet, head on over to ridge.com/Agufish. And for you guys, enter the code Agufish at checkout to get 10% off your order and free shipping. Check out cool wallets, embrace minimalism. Clicking the link supports the channel. Ridge.com/Agufish, code Agufish for 10% off, and while you're doing that, see what else is in the kitchen. Alright, next box. Sketchy yellow sarcophagus, or this incredibly fragile one in the back. Sarcophagus or fragile, sarcophagus or fragile. You know what? Let's open this one up because it's a project I've been working on and I actually really need your guys' help. Oh shit. Okay, so I told you guys I was working on a vintage Melody Maker project. So this is the first time I'm seeing my, quite honestly, really poor condition 1965 Melody Maker since it's gotten an Evertune retrofit. Let's fucking go. What even happened to this fretboard, man? This was refinished badly at some point. These aren't the original tuners or anything either. Like, I'm telling you, this thing has had a rough life. Now, I understand that putting an Evertune into a vintage Gibson is going to be a slightly polarizing choice. Thank you, YouTube, for hiding the dislike count just in the nick of time. But yeah, so they put the G-style Evertune in there. It's the first time that I've used one of those, so it's got the Mickey Mouse ears that kind of bolts it to the top of the body. I went with aged black nickel, which looks really cool, and you guys will understand why I went for this particular color in, well, whenever the project's done. Oh, sick. Even the key is aged black nickel. That's a nice touch. Oh, and they've even saved the original vintage parts in case I want to put it back to stock. Yeah, I don't fucking think so, but in case I decide to remove the Evertune in place of this, yeah, I mean, no way in hell I'm doing that, but since it is a 1965 bridge, maybe it'll go on eBay for like $100, I don't know. And the Melody Maker body, if you haven't seen one, is really, really thin, so they did have to put a little adapter plate back here that they warned me about. Honestly, it's not too big of a deal. I have one on my Hello Kitty as well, because it's based on the Affinity platform that has a thinner than normal strap body. I guess point is, between this and the Hello Kitty, they'll put an Evertune in anything. But as you can see, this finish is non-original. They never came with this bright red color with the black burst. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks awful. It's also really badly done, especially on the back. I don't know if you can see that. It's got that orange peel feel in well, everywhere. Some places are better than others, but it's awful to the touch. The reason we actually did the Evertune install first is you can remove it, and they needed to plug the original bridge holes. So they were like, really, we can do the install first, then you can refinish it to kind of try to hide these, or at least make sure that there aren't holes in the finish. Now, I was gonna get it professionally refinished, because refinishing is something that I really don't mess with. I recognize the limits to my power, okay? Now, unfortunately, that guy is no longer doing refinish jobs, so my favor that I need to ask from you guys, if you're local to the Atlanta area and you know anyone that is a great refinisher, I need their help. Send me a message through Instagram or Facebook, or you can email me at highintegrity@gmail.com. But that's basically it. Usually I don't do sneak previews in the unboxing videos of the projects. I kind of save that for the videos so we can follow the journey together. In this case though, I really do need your help. If you have any recommendations for professional refinish jobs in the Atlanta area, please hit me up. If not for me, then for the sake of this guitar. All right, last box. Sketchy yellow styrofoam sarcophagus. What you got? Do you think this box has enough stickers on it? How many tennis guitars is this now, and I still can't figure out how to open these styrofoam sarcophaguses? Sarcophagi? Dodgy yellow styrofoam packages? Sure, let's go with that. So this is a 10S GF Modern in purple satin. And man, you guys have tagged me in a lot of Instagram posts about this guitar, not just because of the purple color and the fact that it's a single cut, which to be fair are both very valid reasons to tag me in things, but also it's an affordable guitar that's clearly inspired by James Hetfield's dark purple satin Les Paul. ESP and Edwards both made models in that color inspired by that Les Paul, but in very limited quantities, and they've been discontinued for a long time. It basically took me a decade to track one down, and even though I haven't shown it in videos in a while, it's one that I still get almost weekly requests like, hey, how much do you want for it? Listen, the amount of effort and pain it took to get one, I can't sell it. So enter 10S. Currently, even the Edwards ones go for about $1,000. This is closer to 400, 500. Now, 10S, if you're somehow not aware, they blew up on YouTube a couple of years ago. Very affordable guitars, especially given the relatively high-end specs sometimes. They've had a lot of growing pains. Like, they've had a fair amount of controversies in their short time in the limelight, and that especially has to do with the custom shop. But the consensus is the experience is generally quite good when you buy the ones that are already built in stock and ready to ship through Reverb. Ones like this dark purple satin GF Modern, for example. It's got the ebony fingerboard, jumbo frets, real mother of pearl inlays, which at this price is insane. Purple with the yellow, like, faux aged binding. For the most part, looks good, and there's a little bit of ugliness, like, here. It's almost the same color as the sarcophagus, actually. The fingerboard binding is pretty cool. It's got the ESP thing where you've got the white binding on the side of the fingerboard, and then on the side of the neck, it's back to yellow. Love that, though. Those are big old strap buttons. And here it is from the back. So that's all purple satin as well. The lute, Grover tuners. I'm pretty sure they have the same supplier as Epiphone. If you haven't seen the Nostalgafish where we opened up the Shell Pink GF Vintage, we found out they were actually using Pro Buckers as their pickups, and I'm pretty sure the Grovers are from the same supplier too. Interesting again, the bridge has the small posts, although these ones you can adjust with a screwdriver. I did notice this with the side dots, so I don't know if they're lumen lays or not. It just came out of the box, so if they do glow in the dark, it needs sunlight to charge. But it almost looks like the circles have been drawn on by hand. Very bizarre. So as I said, a big reason as to why I get hit up all the time about the 10S is people want to know how it compares to the Edwards. Like, is it the same color and everything? And as you can tell, kind of, but not really. My phone is kind of boosting the saturation and making them look pretty close. But in real life, I mean, this one is much more bright and saturated, whereas this one, I mean, this is a very, very difficult color to replicate. Harley Benton's asked me a couple of times about it, and it's a very strange color. Like, it's definitely a purple, but in some lights it looks almost like elephant gray. And it's nighttime right now, but in very, very bright daylight, it looks very purple. I guess I should have explained what the Edwards is if you're not familiar. So Edwards is an ESP brand. They're sold exclusively in Japan. That's how they're able to get the proper Gibson Les Paul shape. And they're kind of in between LTD 1000 level and E2, so they're very, very good, high quality guitars. And they've got a lot of ESP DNA. So as you can see, the 10S has jumbo frets, whereas the Edwards has extra jumbo railroad track frets. Something the 10S has over the Edwards though is that this is real mother of pearl, whereas this is plastic pearloid, so this is a lot brighter and more colorful, which I guess is a theme, like the 10S is just brighter and more colorful than the Edwards. Here's another shot from the back, so again, you can see very different colors. Different necks too, this is a volute and this is a thinner, kind of modern C. The Edwards, and I was actually quite surprised when I first played it, it's a very thick U shape. So there you go, a lot of people are asking about the 10S because it's very difficult and or expensive to find in Edwards. Mine's a 2005 and I believe they discontinued them in 2007. So good luck finding one on the used market. But if you're looking for an exact copy of that Hetfield color, that's not exactly what the 10S is. It's a very cool color, but it's not the Hetfield color. Overall though, the rest of the guitar feels solid. So that will do it for this episode of Boxes in the Kitchen. One of the tamer episodes for sure, but still some cool stuff. There's a guitar I'm gonna be using to collaborate with one of my favorite artists, another you guys have really been asking about, and of course a preview of one of the upcoming projects that I need your help on. Anyways, I definitely need to get to work filming some demos now. Social media, merch, affiliate, and Discord server links are in the description. Massive shout out to Enrique Rodriguez and the rest of the amazing patrons for supporting the channel and making this all possible. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video. And if you haven't seen the Squier Mini Jazzmaster mod video, definitely go watch that. Such a dumb project. Ended up sounding great though, and you can win it. So go watch that.